Hi, today we are going to make a bread product called ship's biscuit or hardtack. Now I've gotten this is not something, it's something that I remember I heard first about when a friend of mine in college who was a Civil War reenactor, I had heard him talking about it, and I've always thought that was an interesting thing, hardtack. So I've researched it and I've watched some YouTube videos on people making it. Some good people to watch are James Townsend and Son. They are really good about 18th century cooking and living. And then there's a lady at a YouTube channel called Prepsteaders. She's really good at stuff, but they've both done this hardtack or ship's biscuit recipe. And so I wanted to share it with you as well. It's something that will store almost indefinitely, so practically forever. And it's very hard, but you can revive it by putting it in liquid. So let's make some hardtack, and I hope it'll be good enough to make you get out your soup fork.
The soup spoon!
Alright, so I've got a big mixing bowl here, and I am going to add to it 2 cups of flour. It doesn't have to be exact, and it's going to be the white bleached flour. That's what helps it last the longest, okay? Is if you use a white flour. If you use a more nutritional, like wheat flour, the brown flours just won't last as long because they have more oils and they'll go rancid over time. But this white flour it'll last practically forever. So I've got 2 cups of flour here. And I've got clean hands. I suppose I should take off my precious. Alright, because I'm going to be mixing with my hands and a little spatula here. So equal parts flour and water. 2 cups flour, 2 cups water. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of mix that up. Now Jack, would you get the salt over here? I forgot to grab the salt. So I'm going to kind of mix this up until it gets kind of, it's going to be almost, let's see, pasty, I guess. And I also need a teaspoon, that little pink one that's all there will work. It's in the strainer. Maybe if you can dry it off with this paper towel over here. Alright, so I'm mixing up this flour and water. Now, I'm going to add more flour to this. You see, it's kind of like paste here. So to this, I'm going to add 2 more, or actually 4, because I'm going to add 2 more cups of flour. I'm going to add 4 teaspoons of salt. 1, and again, I'm not going to be too exact on this. 3, 4. So mix that up. And I'm going to go ahead and add in 2 more cups of flour. So you're adding in a teaspoon of salt for every cup of flour, I guess you could say. So I'm going to add in 1, mix that up a little. I'll have to get my hands down in there in a few minutes. Oops. Won't your parents be proud when they see the bread you've made and the mess you've made. If you make this, be sure to clean up your mess. And now it's turning into a dough, so I'm going to add another cup of flour here. About. It's going to be pretty stiff. Probably time for me to get my hands down in there. you want to do is get it down to where it's not the kind of thing, it's not all sticky and stick to your fingers. Alright, so and probably will. It looks like I end up adding a little more flour. This is all kind of a by feel type of thing. Look at that, like a club hand. Filled with dough. I'm trying to mix in all this flour. It's really soft right now. All of the hands. Let's add a little more flour here. So, from what I've seen over at James Townsend and Son and the Prepstetter's Lady, and actually I've watched some other guys make this too, but the James Townsend and Son website or YouTube channel is just a wealth of information. You can't stop watching it. They talk about the lifestyle of the 18th century, the 1700s, and the way people lived and what they ate, and they do cookbooks and recipes from back then. And he dresses in period too. He wears, like those tri-corner hats, like you see in the old movies and you see in the history books. But you just learn so much about the way people lived, and like this hardtack, this ship's biscuit they called it back then. They would take it on long voyages, and sailors would get, if you measure these out right, you can make them where they're 4 ounces apiece. So a sailor would get 4 of them a day, and which would constitute a pound of bread. You get a pound of bread and maybe some salt pork, and he teaches us how to make salt pork over there too, and coffee, and so I need a little bit more flour. But it's just, to me, it's fascinating to learn, how easy we have it now. They didn't have ovens. Everything was measured to, not exactly, they measure it by eye and by feel, cook it by feel. They wouldn't have an oven that they could heat to a certain temperature, or a stove where they could make their evening meals. They would have to cook over a fire in their fireplace, their hearth. And so they had all the tools and the things they needed to do that. And I think you'll find it amazing and quite interesting too. It's James Townsend, and he abbreviates James, J-A-S. But the guy that runs it, his name is John. I haven't figured out the story, but my gosh, it's just a fascinating thing to watch. His videos, they're not long, and they're much more informative than mine are. And the Prepstetter Lady, she does some of the same things that the James Townsend and Son do, and I guess probably because the way they lived in the 1700s was kind of like what we think of as survival foods now, cooking over a campfire, that kind of thing. So, I would suggest it. After you're finished watching the Soup Spoon, go over or search for James Townsend and Son. Maybe I'll put a link in the description down there, and help it make it easier to get over to these two people. They're really interesting to watch. I will say that the Prepstetter Lady, she is religious, so if you have a problem with that, you may not want to go over there. I mean, she's not overt until the end where she shares a Bible verse with you, but she's good people. I think, and I think you'd learn a lot from her. So, alright, well I think this is about ready, and I'm going to turn it out just a moment, so I'm going to go, you know what, let's just keep it rolling. I think I am going to just turn it out here, because it's really almost off of my fingers. I have made this dough where it has taken the most of the dough off of my hands, so it's dried up a little bit. It's absorbed that water, and it's probably going to be pretty tough. I'm kneading it so much, while the gluten in here is going to really make this kind of a tough bread, but it's going to be very hard too, and so you'll see. So, alright, so I'm going to turn this out, and I add a little flour on my counter. I've already cleaned my counter. I'm going to turn this out here, and really, it's so soft you could really kind of roll it out with your hands. But, you know, sometimes it's kind of fun. I've got out my rolling pin, so I will do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this out to it's about a 1/4 inch thick. And I'm going to cut it into, I'm going to use a biscuit cutter. I got some on Amazon. I'm going to use the 2 3/4 inch one. I got this really cool set of cookie cutters. A whole bunch of them here of different sizes. I'm going to be picking out my 2 3/4 inch one, because that'll fit inside one of these wide mouth jars for long-term storage. So I'm just kind of rolling it out there. I think it's going to be, Jack, do we have any, what are they called, chopsticks over in that drawer? Are they all gone? We had one or two. If we don't, I'll just use this big fork, my soup fork. Alright, that's pretty thick. You know, it's thick. I don't know. Not like that. Alright, so you'll set that and this over there. And then also set the salt over there. Get that cookie sheet and set it over here. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this over here a little bit so we can get that cookie sheet in here. Alright, so I'm going to start cutting out these. And really, I should have, I don't think it'll, I remember my mom used to dip her biscuit cutter in flour. And so I'm going to just cut some of these out. And see how many it makes. 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that the soup over there? Just stir it out a little. We're in the middle of making that potage. If you could, watch our potage crusty soup spoon edition. We're in the middle of making that carrot soup. And that looks really good, I think. Alright, so what I'm going to do is poke this real good. I want to poke it real good, and set it on the cookie sheet and make sure those holes go all the way through. Is the camera getting that at all? What I want to do is poke these holes These are the precursor, by the way, to saltine crackers. So, place these. I've got it on parchment paper because our cookie sheets are also old and worn out. They stick. Everything sticks. So you got to use either aluminum foil or parchment paper. I'm going to use parchment paper. So, anyway, so you want to get holes poked through this so that all the moisture will cook out. And when we bake it, we'll bake all the water out of it. That'll be left over here, just really hard biscuit thing. Ship's biscuit. Alright. We'll be back and I'll show you how we bake it. Is it going? Yeah, okay. So, what you want to do is heat your oven up to 175 degrees, and then you're going to slide these in and cook them for 1 hour, then take them out, turn them over, and cook them for another hour. Okay? Okay, we got these out of the oven, and they are, I think, dry and cooked, and they are hard. That's why they call them hardtack. I don't think you can really just eat them as they are. They're kind of hard. So what you do is you use them, you put them in a cup of coffee and let them soak up. And, that's one way, or you could, break it up and with a hammer or something and put it in a soup to thicken it out. You can think of things like that. Maybe put it in some cream or milk and add some berries. It'd be pretty good that way. So I think they're done. So now they're big enough that they can go in our jar for long-term storage. I don't know how many will fit in there. I hope it don't break the glass. Yeah, these are pretty neat, huh? They will supposedly last for a long time. They would fit better than that. Got a couple of them. I guess that's that. There we go. Now we have some snack food or emergency food. That's ship's biscuit. Hardtack. So you might want to try it. You might want to try to make it and have some fun with that. Always have some kind of backup food here. Alright, well, I hope that you've enjoyed this edition of the soup fork.
The soup spoon!